Hi. Well, do you remember last time we spoke, we were talking about the final injustice. We went on about the inquest, and it took 10 years, and half the people didn't show up to the trial, and 7, 8 of the questions were not even answered about Diana. So that was the final injustice, and now I have to do the final injustice too. I mean, I'm sorry, but you know, the final injustice should have been enough. But no, of course, the British establishment, well, there is another final injustice. And what is it? It is, well, let's just say, Princess Diana, after her death, and to the day now is 2009, Diana is a global icon. I mean, you don't get much bigger than Princess Diana. She's up there with Elvis, the Beatles, Winston Churchill, Marilyn Monroe, James Dean, you name it. She is up there, okay? And after she died, 92% of the British people wanted a memorial to her. And they said, yes, we'll get right on it, we'll get right on it. And they formed a committee, and then another committee, and a schmimittee, and and it went on for what, 6 years? And who was the head of the committee? This will interest you. Gordon Brown. Gordon Brown, thank you very much. Now the Prime Minister. Anyway, he was the head of this amazing committee, schmimittee, and it went on until 2005. They're going to make, you know. But did they ask the British people what they wanted in terms of memorial? Well, of course not. Because we would have said something stupid, of course, like a fountain, a statue, a something. But they came up with something much, much more brilliant. They dug her a hole in the earth. Okay, now this is like, they decided that a memorial to Diana would be this sort of like hole in the earth, a stream at one of the parks, the Serpentine Park in London. So you've got this bubbling brook thing, and then it goes run, then it bubbles again, and then, so it was a big hole, sort of like a streamy earth thing in London. Now I'm going to kind of like, so they open this marvellous thing where children can play, and everybody will, a memorial to Diana, marvellous, the Queen shows up and opens this magnificent thing, I think in 2005, 2000, I'm not too sure now. Now these brilliant brains that got together and made this committee and worked this whole magnificent thing out. I'm going to share something with you now, and it's so amazing that you better sit down because you're going to be so shocked. Okay, I should be like a science channel or something, because I'm going to tell you something that they didn't figure. Yes, England is a temperate climate, and it rains. No, I am a genius, I know. Probably the only one that noticed it. But anyway, it rains a lot in England. It's not a tropical climate. We don't have palm trees. We have lots of trees with those little leaf things. And when the wind blows and it's autumn, whatever, they blow off the leaves. And basically what happens when it rains, the earth turns to mud. Now this is something that these fantastic committees never worked out. I mean, we should be on the Geographic Channel or something, or I should be a science major, because I'm giving you information that brilliant minds couldn't work out. And so basically what happened, people got on the verge of this stream thing and mud got in, the wind blew, it rained, and the leaves came down and blocked it up. So people slipped, mud got into this stream, and it's now 2009 and it's closed. It is closed. So now we don't have a memorial to Princess Diana in England. Yes, okay. There is no memorial. This is my final injustice too. Why is there no memorial? I went back to London last year, and I think it was last year, they put up a statue to Nelson Mandela. Great guy, Nelson Mandela. Don't have any problem with him, but there's his statue outside the Houses of Parliament next to Winston Churchill, and Nelson Mandela, this is going to shock you, is South African, and he's still alive. Well, we have this British global icon, who a major force of good in the world, that millions of people mourned, and we have nothing. Not our thing. Well, why don't they just ask the people what they would like? You know what I mean? You cannot do, I mean, they will do nothing. They'll just sit. It's closed now because it was like the earth objected to it. It was like bigger than us. And the earth in Britain kind of like objected to this hole in the ground, which was a travesty of a, you know, we've had a travesty of an inquest. This was a travesty of a memorial, and it kept getting blocked, and now it's closed, and now we have nothing. So, so this is my final injustice too. Nothing's going to be done because now the global icon has met a global recession. So no one's going to want to spend money on a memorial to Diana. So where are we now? I could make a suggestion. My quick suggestion would be, did you see a magnificent memorial to the American soldier that was made by this Iraqi artist, which was going around doing the emails, and it was phenomenal. Bending down, looking at a fallen compatriot, and there was a little Iraqi child standing next to him. Something like, I mean, you know, we could have Diana bending down, because that's always what she did, to connect with children. She should be sort of like on her knees in a crouched position with a child. And maybe we could get somebody to donate the statue, and then we'd have to get somebody to donate the land that wasn't owned by the British government, and then we could put up our own memorial. I don't know, it's just throwing it out there to the universe. I mean, the universe obviously objected to the memorial, so now maybe they will find another way that we could find a memorial for her. I don't know. This is the final injustice 2. I hope there won't be a final injustice 3. But who knows? Okay.